System maintenance is a catch-all term used to describe various forms of computer or server maintenance required to keep a computer system running properly. It can describe network maintenance, which could mean that servers are being physically repaired, replaced, or moved. Network maintenance can also mean that the software for a server is being updated, changed, or repaired. This sort of maintenance is typically performed on a regular or semi-regular schedule, often during non-peak usage hours, and keeps servers running smoothly. The process of monitoring, evaluating, and modifying of existing information systems to make required or desirable improvements may be termed as system maintenance. System maintenance is an ongoing activity, which covers a wide variety of activities, including removing program and design errors, updating documentation and test data, and updating user support. For the purpose of convenience, maintenance may be categorized into different classes, namely, preventative maintenance is often performed by IT professionals, usually because a potential problem or security threat has been recognized with a computer or server, and the system administrators are working to deal with the issue before it becomes a true problem. This sort of maintenance is often seen as unnecessary or inconvenient by users who find work interrupted by the sudden need to fix an issue that has not yet affected the user. Preventative maintenance keeps users from encountering far more serious problems and therefore is essential to continued system reliability. Due to the perceived inconvenience of preventative maintenance, many IT professionals prefer to rely on scheduled maintenance to perform the required system maintenance in a time frame that disrupts other users as little as possible. Scheduled maintenance is ideal for actions like emptying temporary files, running defragmentation programs on hard disks, and clearing out server caches. IT professionals may not always be able to wait until scheduled maintenance to address particularly dire problems with a computer or server. When possible, however, the administrators will often allow minor issues to persist and simply be worked around until the scheduled maintenance can be completed, rather than interrupt the users that rely on the system. This type of maintenance implies removing errors in a program, which might have crept in the system due to faulty design or wrong assumptions. Thus, in corrective maintenance, processing or performance failures are repaired. In adaptive maintenance, program functions are changed to enable the information system to satisfy the information needs of the user. This type of maintenance may become necessary because of organizational changes, which may include a. Change in the organizational procedures. B. Change in organizational objectives, goals, policies, etc. C. Change in forms. D. Change in information needs of managers. E. Change in system controls and security needs, etc. Perfective maintenance means adding new programs or modifying the existing programs to enhance the performance of the information system. This type of maintenance undertaken to respond to users' additional needs which may be due to the changes within or outside of the organization. Outside changes are primarily environmental changes, which may, in the absence of system maintenance, render the information system ineffective and inefficient. These environmental changes include a. Changes in governmental policies, laws, etc. B. Economic and competitive conditions, and C. New technology. Finally, keep your computer healthy and secure by accepting updates provided by your operating system vendor or by the developers of third-party software you use. Malicious hackers often try to exploit operating systems and applications that are not up to date and vulnerable. Updates may provide critical security patches, bug fixes, performance enhancements, or additional features to your operating system or installed applications. Modern PCs, tablets and smartphones have an easy-to-use, graphical veneer that hides the complexity of the operating system software beneath that enables them work. While the developers of your device's operating system intended it to be as stable and reliable as possible, there are 4 key maintenance procedures that you should perform to keep your system in peak health. Regular backups can preserve the time, energy and money you invested in the files stored on your computer if a hardware or software problem leaves your system unusable. At the minimum, you should back up your My Documents or home directory that contains the work you've done and the files you've downloaded. In addition, third-party applications like Clonezilla, Fog or Symantec Ghost enable you to create a complete copy or clone of your hard drive that you can use as a backup for every single file on your system. It is also helpful to periodically check on the health of your hard disk by using your operating system's built-in error checking tools. Windows Error Checking Utility, the Mac OS X Disk Utility and Linux FSCK can check your disks for system errors or bad sectors and, if possible, fix them. Protect your operating system from external threats from viruses, rootkits, spyware or Trojan horses. Hardware and software firewalls can help monitor and block the flow of data to and from your system by malevolent software. Antivirus programs can scan all the files you download for malware and check for unacceptable behavior by programs already on your system. Anti-spyware utilities help alert you to and intercept the activity of software clandestinely collecting and passing along information about you and your computer. Finally, keep your computer healthy and secure by accepting updates provided by your operating system vendor or by the developers of third-party software you use. Malicious hackers often try to exploit operating systems and applications that are not up to date and vulnerable. Updates may provide critical security patches, bug fixes, performance enhancements or additional features to your operating system or installed applications. Remote assistance enables solutions providers to perform remote service and support tasks. This tool has been around since the release of Windows XP and is still available in the Windows 7 system. To use it, you simply initiate a remote assistance session on your computer, and then have the customer start a session on his or her computer. Once the two computers are connected, you can access the end user's computer as if you were physically in front of it. Remote assistance is a big time saver for busy tech support personnel. Plenty of performance and stability issues are related to a lapse in basic Windows 7 system maintenance routines. For example, a failure to schedule periodic house cleaning duties or failure to automate drivers and updates can lead to performance issues. You can prevent many common problems by regularly running 3 Windows 7 system maintenance tools: Disk Defragmenter, Disk Cleanup and Windows Update. In most cases, you should run Disk Defragmenter monthly, but if your customers' specialized systems shuffle a lot of data, such as email exchanges or database servers, consider using a more aggressive weekly or bi-weekly schedule. You should also run Disk Cleanup monthly to rid computers of cumulative CRUD, files that are old, no longer used, temporary, etc., which crowds drive space and slows hard disk performance. While native Windows 7 system tools are sufficient for most needs, solutions providers should also explore third-party Windows 7 maintenance tools that have more extensive features and functionality. CCleaner and NCleaner are 2 really handy application-aware CRUD cleaners that can find and purge system or application logs, the system registry, browser histories, temporary files and much more. One of the first places you should check when a Windows 7 system encounters problems is Windows Event Viewer. This utility keeps track of runtime activity, including significant event sources and dates of occurrence. Did a software application crash? It'll show up in Event Viewer. Do you suspect a security breach? Check the Event Viewer security log to determine who's been logging onto the computer. Event Viewer is your best bet for correlating system activity with the occurrence of problems on local and remote computers. When resolving hardware and software problems, it's also helpful to consult Windows Reliability Monitor, which collects a timeline of system performance measured by a stability index ranging from 1, unstable, to 10, stable. Solutions providers can use this index as a guide to identifying application or system failures and general warnings. And, finally, the System Information utility provides an in-depth report of hardware, operating system and driver properties. Along with the Windows Device Manager, which catalogs a wealth of hardware component information, you can use System Information to track down which devices and device drivers are causing stability issues. To perform common maintenance tasks in Windows, such as cleaning up unused files and shortcuts, try using the System Maintenance Troubleshooter to automatically find and fix problems. Cleaning and speeding up your computer. In order to keep your system running smoothly, there are a few tasks you can perform. Regular maintenance will help keep your computer up to speed and free of annoying problems. For example, the System Maintenance Troubleshooter looks for unused files and shortcuts that you can clean up or remove so that your computer can run faster. Open the System Maintenance Troubleshooter by clicking the Start button, and then clicking Control Panel. In the search box, type Troubleshooter, and then click Troubleshooting. Under System and Security, click Run Maintenance Tasks. Click Start, point to All Programs, point to Accessories, point to System Tools, and then click Disk Cleanup. It will calculate how much space it can free up. That may take a minute or 2. It will then give you a list of categories of files to delete. Make sure the following are checked: downloaded program files, temporary internet files, Microsoft Office temporary files, Microsoft error reporting temporary files, recycle bin, setup log files, temporary files, web client/publisher temporary files, temporary offline files, compress old files. Click OK and it will ask you to confirm you'd like to delete the files. Once you OK that, it may take a while, typically 5 to 15 minutes, to actually run through the cleanup, depending on how much it has to remove. Click Start, point to All Programs, point to Accessories, point to System Tools, and then click Disk Defragmenter. If you have more than one hard drive, you will want to run through these steps for each one, selecting them in the volume list, then click the Analyze button and wait a minute or two for it to provide a report. It will either recommend that you defragment or not. If not, cancel out and analyze again in another month or two. If it says you should defragment, then click the defragment button and let it continue. You should let Disk Defragmenter run without using any other applications at the same time. It may take up to a half hour or more depending on how large the volume is and how fragmented the files are. Having lots of old temporary files stored by your computer long ago can slow down the machine. You can delete these manually, but a better option is to use CCleaner. CCleaner automatically clears temporary internet files for all installed browsers, system temporary files, and even temp files for some other applications.